Can you speak to the impact of these immigration policies and ICE raids on the workers who feed us, and how this system of exploitation intersects with broader issues of labor rights and justice in agriculture?
There's a friend of mine who works at an ag university out in the Midwest who every year will ask his students, these are agriculture students, a question. And the question is, how much would you need to be paid to work in the town's meatpacking plant? And even when he gets up to $200 an hour, there are zero students in this agriculture university who'd be willing to take that job because they know how disgusting and dangerous and life-threatening and backbreaking that work is. And further, these are predominantly white students. They believe that this is work for folks from across the border. And I think we need to pause and really ask ourselves, what kind of system have we created where the US contributes to economic and political conditions across the border that would drive Indigenous people to leave the lands they know, the families they love, to risk their lives to come here to do backbreaking labor that our own ag students would not do for $200 an hour. That's the system we've created. And it is not fundamentally a new system. Like the US food system is built on stolen land and exploited labor in its very DNA. We have the attempted genocide of the entire native population. We have, chattel slavery followed by sharecropping and convict leasing, tenant farming. We have USDA discrimination. We have, all this system has just morphed. And so the guest worker program, as well as the reliance on the undocumented workforce, is just a continuation of that very DNA. And grief isn't even the right word. It's like shock, dismay. I mean, 57-year-old Jaime Alanis Garcia just died falling off a roof being chased by ICE agents. 300 people were taken from his farm that day. These are human beings who are growing our food, who deserve the most honor, the most dignity, the most love, and are being harassed and attacked. And it's unconscionable, absolutely unconscionable. And 78% of the people working the land in the United States are Latinx, even though being a farm owner is the whitest profession in the United States. And agricultural workers, even if they are documented, do not have the same labor protections as other workers. They don't have overtime. They don't have the right to a day off. They don't have fair wages. They don't have collective bargaining. And then you have on top of it this violent kidnapping. So I always encourage everyone, like, join your local ICE watch, try to help your neighbors who need to stay in, bring them money, bring them food. We need to resist. We need to band together. We cannot let our community members be attacked in this way.